Hello and welcome to a chat, waffle, whatever this turns out to be, about Rowan. It's beginning of August here in the UK and we've actually had some really nice weather, which is really good considering all the rain and everything that we had earlier on. And what is out in beautiful red and green colours at the moment are the Rowans. These trees are just so magical. They are amazing. So also known as mountain ash, quickbeam, tree of life, lady of the mountains, and Wiccan tree. Not as in Wiccan, but as in Wiccan tree. So quickbeam, because quickening is linked to first movements, and when you're pregnant, quickening is when you first feel your baby move. So quickbeam, because it is one of the first trees to start showing the leaves and one of the earliest white flowers, comes usually just before May, the Mayflowers, the hawthorn flowers. So it's quite early on. It's not as early as the blackthorn, but it's there. And in the Ogham, the Irish alphabet, Ogham, Lus, which is the second letter or phi of the first Akma, which is very much, so the first Akma is the first set of 5, and it's very much about beginnings and about energy. So there's Lus, and so Lus is very much about protection, which is why we're doing a little protection thing here. So very much about protection. It's also about insight and magic and divination, foresight, planning, preparation as well. So protection, but not just protection of you, which I'll come to in a minute, because the next one. But anyway, so Lus, linked, corresponding with Rowan, one of the trees is tree linked with Lus. Very much about protection of property and of cattle. So used to be hung in barns, in homes, hence why I'm here today. Also for psychic protection for you. So it has got some personal protection with it, but very much the biggest part of the protection for this is your home, your sanctuary. So things that are important to you. So you could have it in your car, you could have it hanging up at home. So, yeah. And the reason I say this is slightly different is because the next phi, next letter in the first Akma is fern. And this is linked to the alder tree. One of the word kennings for this phi is protection of the heart. So it's very much a personal protection. So you could combine both of these around your house and also for your own personal protection, or you can do them separately. But certainly this one, Lus, very much for protection all round. Fern, Hilda, more for personal protection. It's a very useful phi to actually, because it's one of its kennings, word kennings is protection of the heart, is to actually draw it on your heart space if you're feeling a little bit vulnerable when you're out and about. We'll go back to Rowan. You'll be very pleased to know. So I'm going to flick over to the other screen so you don't have to sit and watch me. And as you can see, I had already started and stopped myself from going any further because, like I normally do, I start these things and then think, oh, I could be talking to people about this. Let's just stop. So I might do a combined screen. Let's do a combined screen just for a second. There we go. Nope, that's not going to do it. So we will come out of there. How am I going to do this? Oh, one day I'll get good at doing this. Honest, I will. She says confidently. So where was I? So I went for a walk this morning. We've lived here quite a long time, so I have a regular circular walk. It takes me about an hour, and it takes me through some really old woodland, which is beautiful. Even though they've done a lot of build, I mean, at one time it was literally just the woodland and the fields up until the last 3-4 years. Now they've built on the fields, but you can still get around the edge through into the woodland, which is brilliant because I have my friends there. I have my friends, my oak and my beech and my ash and my Rowan. I am very blessed. There are 3 Rowans that I regularly see and talk to and are very generous every year with what they give me. So I am very, very lucky. I will now go back to just this screen. So I had already started, as you can see, you'll be pleased to know I had already separated everything off. So this is the collection from my 3, because I give them all a little drink of water. I regularly speak to them and chat to them so they know me. And at this time of the year, I say, am I allowed, please, to take some of your... So this is from 3. I don't like to take too much. I just like to take enough. 1 to do these little bits and pieces. I have them dotted all around the house. In fact, I'll show you. This one is from last year. This is one of the things I'm going to be showing you. So this is my dried Rowan strung berries that I have hanging up. I have 2 of these from previous years now. And the reason why I don't throw them out is because to me at the moment, they've still got lots of energy coming from them. I don't need to change these. I don't need to get rid of them. They are still full of energy. But I like to make new ones because I don't know how long this one or the other one is going to still say, yeah, we're fine. We're good. We're looking after you. You're okay. So each year I tend to, which is why at the moment I have 2 on the go because they're the 2 newest ones. But you can dry the berries either strung or just laid out. When you cut, when you're allowed to cut, if you're very lucky and you've got a Rowan tree growing near you near a road, you might be lucky enough to catch it whilst the council people or the homeowner is trimming it, in which case you can just say, oh, can I have some bits, please? Beautiful. Mine are literally out in the middle of woodland, so I have to be very respectful and ask them if I can take. And I am very conscious of listening to when they say, right, that's it. So literally, this is a collection from all 3. I think I took 2, maybe from one of them. I was allowed to take 3 bunches. But this is the collection you get. It's just so abundant. It is beautiful. But you also get some leaves and you also get some twigs. And as I say, I'm very respectful. I use everything. I don't just want the berries. If leaves come with the berries, if twigs come with the berries, everything gets used, and my trees know that. So one of the things that I had already made before I stopped myself was my equal-armed Rowan cross from the twigs. You can see there's some more twigs here that I've cut up, but you cut them up equal-armed. You get some red thread. I tend to like to use thicker yarn for this, you can see. Wrap it round so you get your equal armed cross. I take it up. You can just tie it off at the middle. I tend to take it crisscrossed up one of the stems, tie it off, tie it in a loop so that you can actually hang that somewhere near a window or a door, preferably. Those are the best places, near a window or a door, to keep anything that you don't want in out. And you just tell it what you want it to do. And it's very amenable, very nice. So that's something that I adore. You'll be pleased to know. You're not going to have to sit and watch me do that. So yeah, so there's one thing you can do. The other thing, which I will come to now, is the threading of the berries. So actually, before I do that, let me find one that I can show you. Oh, I hope this shows up. Will that show up? Let's find a different one. Come on. Which one of you is going to give the best angle? Let's try you. And you. So we'll try that one. Can you see? Ooh. So that is the end of the berry where the flower was. It's a 5-pointed star. It's a pentagram, sorry. Can you see where the flower was on the end of the berry? There is a 5-pointed star. I don't know if you'll see. Oh, here's one. This might show up better. Look at that. 5-pointed star on the end of every berry. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, right, stop getting excited. If you are going to thread the berries, you need to do them before you dry them, because once they are dried, as you can see, they shrivel down and they are very hard. You cannot do it. You possibly could, but it would take an awful lot of effort. It is much easier to get, again, red thread, red cotton. Make sure you've got a knot in the end, and you literally get hold of a berry and push your needle through, making sure that you don't obviously stick it in your finger. And you just sit and think about your Rowan trees and how lovely they are and how protected your home is going to be now that they have so generously allowed you to have all of these lovely berries and leaves and twigs. And you just keep going for as long as you want, basically. That one didn't go through the middle. I wasn't concentrating. As you can see, you can take them off quite easily. Do not waste anything. So let's take that one. That's better. Otherwise, your thing will end up, it's going to end up a little bit, you can tell that it ends up a little bit wonky. If you've ever been to the Witchcraft Museum down in Boscastle, you will see these where they have been found in houses when they've been sold and bought and renovated. And there you have it. These are really simple old charms for protection. There you go. I will stop there. You really don't want to see me carrying on doing all of that. But yeah, so this one is going to end up, once they've gone down to the knot, there you are, they're down to the knot. So this one's going to end up probably around that size. Come here, can't get hold of the end. There we go. So it's going to end up probably about 8 inches once it's all gathered up. You don't have to put it into a circle. You can just leave it like that. It's up to you. Do you? I just think it's such a lovely time of the year at the moment. There's so much going on around us. but yeah, don't waste anything. So the leaves and the twigs obviously you can make into crosses. The leaves dry down really nicely. They have the same energy as the berries, so very protective. So once you've finished making whatever like these, whatever berries, whatever berries I have left over, once I've actually finished doing my stringing, will be put in the airing cupboard with the leaves to dry, and then will be put in jars. I keep them separately. I keep the leaves separate to the berries. They're next to each other on the shelf, but they're kept in separate jars to use in spells throughout the year. So for protection, for insight, for divination. What else have we got? Insight, foresight, divination, protection. I'm just repeating myself. I'm waffling. You can tell I'm waffling. So yeah, I hope this has been useful. Let me know in the comments if you've already been doing this or you've got something else that you make. Please put it in the comments. Let us know. It's always lovely to hear what other people do, so that we can do it if we feel that we want to try it. So please let us know if you do something with your Rowans, and I will see you next time.